Hello boys and girls, welcome back to my channel. I'm Octopus and today we are running the Moskva Tier 10 Russian heavy cruiser that will become a premium ship in the next future as announced from Wargaming. First thing first, guys, help me out with my channel. I recently opened this channel and my Twitch account, so every kind of support is pretty much appreciated. Like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and all things you already know. Speaking of the ship, Moskva has 3 triple turrets of 220 millimeters. He is a very tanky cruiser if angled properly. You have 50 millimeter on your lower part of your bow, which prevents you from eating massive frontal hits, in most of the case, at least. But on the other hand, you have a very weak broadside because you have a huge citadel that stands way high in the water. So you have to avoid giving broadside to anyone at any range. You also have access to the Russian radar, which is 12 km radar, which is a very useful tool. And yeah, you have garbage concealment and garbage maneuverability. As you can see, while I'm turning, it is taking to me a huge portion of the map to just turn my ship around. So keep in mind that making some sneaky maneuvers with the ship is pretty hard. We are not like a Des Moines. In my opinion, the ship has to be played in a very safe, with a very safe approach, because with all these high caliber guns BB that were added to the game lately, Moskva is not that tanky anymore. Also, new CVs are a very huge drawback for the ship, because if you sit nose in next to an island and you are facing ships like Hakuryu, she will happily drop you with AP bombers and you will die in a very short period of time. So instead, you have to play Moskva in a very safe mode. You have to use your range, because you have a very good range on your main caliber guns. You have a good fire chance. You have extremely fast shells, so it's not that hard to land hits on targets. So you basically want to fire some fire damage at the beginning of the match, and just only when the enemy has taken his position, so you have to commit, because once you commit in the Moskva, it is very hard to disengage. So right now, as you can see, I'm just sitting here and I'm not even approaching the cap, because if I come any closer to the enemy, I will come under a heavy fire, and we don't want this, at least in the first part of the match. So instead, I'm trying to start some fires on this Thunder, because she's a big threat for me, because her HE can penetrate my deck armor, and her AP can be dangerous as well. So Thunder is one of the biggest counters of Moskva, also with the Conqueror and Yamato. Right now we can see that the enemy is not really pushing this flank as I was fearing, so I can take a more aggressive position. In the Moskva, you can nose tank almost everything for a bit at least. Yeah, you don't expect to tank battleships forever, because your upper part of the nose is 25 millimeters. So, and you have such huge superstructures that battleships will land penetrations on you even if you are angled. So you have some sustainability, but not forever. So as you can see, we are not advancing too much. We are keeping our distance from this Yamato, and we can just farm her with HE because she seems to not paying attention to us right now. So you have to be patient in Moskva. You don't have to rush. You don't have to be in a hurry for damage, because the damage will arrive at some point. And yeah, I chose to show you a Moskva commentary because Moskva is one of the most requested ships on my during my streams. So I thought that this was a good game to show you guys how to play Moskva. This will not be the most astonishing and high damage game you are gonna see by any means, but this is, in my opinion, a pretty calculated game. So here we are forced to tank nose in this Yamato, but as I said, this ship can sustain a battleship fire battleship incoming fire for some time, so we are not in danger right now, at least. Here we can see some torpedoes coming our way. I'm not running Hydro, basically because this is I don't really play Moskva very often, and this is a setup I was running when, yeah, I think it is back to RTS series when I used defensive fire on my Moskva. But yeah, you have to, I would have switched to Hydro, of course, because Hydro is much more useful, even if you are facing a tier 10 carrier. Here I'm not angled properly. I just gave too much broadside to the Yamato that scores a citadel, so you have to angle pretty well because your citadel, as you saw, is pretty huge. So we know that there is a DD on our left, most likely. It is a gearing, of course, because they only have 2 gearings. There is the DD. You saw this time we were angled and the shell just bounced on our armor. So I'm kind of ignoring the DD right now because I really want to get rid of this Yamato. Ideally, your priority target should always be the DDs, but I chose touch because I really wanted this Yamato to go down, because if the Yamato goes down, I kind of have a free spot to push into, because they don't have any more battleships on this flank besides the Thunder, which is already half HP. So I'm kind of confident that when the Yamato goes down, I can push this flank with my teammates, of course. Never push alone in a Moskva, because if you get somehow surrounded and if you overextend a bit, you are pretty much dead, most likely. This gearing gets spotted by the Z52, so we focus fire him. And yeah, the Yamato goes down. As you can see, it is not hard at all to land hits on DDs with Moskva, because yeah, the fast shell speed is very useful in this. He broke the engine of this gearing, and yeah, he doesn't stand a chance here. He will go down for sure. Yeah, there he is. We are bumping into this Z52 that I'm not sure what he was doing, and unfortunately it happens that he becomes our torpedo protection. This is a bit unfortunate. Maybe I shouldn't push. Maybe he should have kept a little bit more attention on what I was doing, but this is it. Things happen in this game. So here I'm switching to AP for this broadside sailing. As you saw, I'm running expert loader. This is very much recommended on, yeah, pretty much every cruiser in the game, almost. First salvo, I didn't take enough lead. Second salvo, we are adjusting our lead. And this is sailing deck. Mino is also dead. So right now on this flank we are left only with this Thunder, which is a bit annoying because as I told you, her HE can hurt us very hard. But yeah, as you can see, we are taking some massive hits from him. Here I'm healing, and yeah, we'll just farm this Thunder with HE. At this point we have 100k damage, already 2 kills, and we are even ship-wise, even if we have the cap advantage. So we don't need to do anything stupidly aggressive because it's the enemy that has to do something. So here I'm just trying to juke the Thunder shells, accelerating and decelerating, so we can mitigate the incoming damage. We score a permafire, I think, here, as it seems. So we know that this Thunder is in a bad situation. She's also beaching, apparently at least. As you can see, we took his second volley because he expected us to just stay there, but instead we are moving towards him in an aggressive way. He's showing us a fair bit of broadside and he's at 10 km, so we can switch to AP. But at this point it doesn't really matter because even HE would have been enough to kill him. This is the Thunder of Death, and we are left with a almost full HP Conqueror here. But as I said, when you commit in a Moskva, you can't really disengage. So we are moving full speed towards him. We keep our AP because whenever you see a broadsiding target, you have to take your chances and yeah, shoot AP because your AP penetration is good and your alpha is also very good. Here I'm trying to see if I can even Citadel the Conqueror from these ranges, but it doesn't seem like this. So instead, yeah, here I'm taking another shot on his waterline. But yeah, you can see 6 penetration for almost 10k. Here Conqueror scores a double 5, so we repair. But as soon as the target is slightly angled, you are gonna shatter. So keep in mind that AP is good, but it's not always the perfect choice. Here we are a little bit unlucky that this Conqueror gets his final salvo off before going behind this island. We can see there is a smoke behind this Conqueror, so I think there is a DD around here, and I'm not entirely sure about what I have to do. I'm spotted, so we know that there is something around here. Could be the DD, could be the Zhao also. We really don't know at this point. As you can see here, yeah, I have almost no AA left. I only have the flags, so the AA consumable is not that great. We switch to AP for this Zhao, which is underestimating our APs. Here I potato, I take a torp also on the carrier. We score a triple citadel on the Zhao. He almost died. As I told you, yeah, the defensive fire consumable is not that valuable anymore because your AA gets destroyed by this high caliber HE spammers. So yeah, always run Hydro in my opinion, which is a very much better choice. Here we spot this unit that is playing safe, so we will not be able to engage him anymore. He was playing a very safe way. Here we're getting also some carrier focus. As you can see, our AA is pretty much crippled at this point, so we are not doing any meaningful damage to these midway planes. We are also taking some spam from the other Moskva, from the other part of the map. We are left 4v4. Now the Conqueror goes down, so we are 4v3, but we don't hold anymore the cap advantage. Well, our Zhao is trying to cap A, but we don't know if he will succeed in this. Here I'm pushing because I really want to catch this gearing, possibly, maybe with the help of our carrier. Meanwhile, I'm taking a look at this Moskva. Maybe if he maybe shows us broadside, we can punish him with AP, but this is not the case. He's keeping his angles. And carrier spots the gearing, we switch back to HE immediately.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Big blab from the carrier, and I'm pretty confident here we can finish our job. Yeah, there is 6k and a fire. He smokes up, but at this point is too late. This is our Kraken Unleashed, which is always a very good result to achieve. Here we are stopping because we are using this island as a torpedo shield. As you can see, he fired one salvo left of the island and the other one right of the island, so we perfectly stopped in the perfect position to dodge both his salvos. The Midway finishes the ZAO, so we are left 3 caps against 1. But there are only 4 minutes left on the clock. So here I really don't. I'm not sure if I will be able, if we will be able to win with only 1 cap. I'm not running the mod that tells you this, so I'm running here because I'm spotted by Moskva radar. I don't want to get blapped because I don't have any more HP here. Here I'm, I think, in a very naughty way to the Kremlin. How much potential does he have? Because he played in a very passive way, in my opinion, during this match, and I wanted to know how much potential damage he had. He says 2.9 million, which is fairly okay. We had like 2 million right now. He scores a massive hit on the Moskva. We are trying to harass, maybe because I'm fearing that we need another kill to win this match. So I'm trying to harass this Moskva from range, of course, because we don't want to die. The best thing we can do here is survive, for sure. I tried an AP volley since he was giving us broadside, but he's angling away. We scored a double fire, luckily, and it seems to be a sticky double fire, but he goes undetected. Here I also want to keep my distance from the carrier planes because I think she might try to kill me because I'm a very low HP target with no AA left, basically. And yeah, what we have to do here is just wait for this Moskva to die, basically, because I'm pretty confident that our carrier will kill this Moskva, and even if I die, if our carrier kills the Moskva, we should be fine. Here I'm trying to see if I can maybe secure the 6th kill, but at this point it doesn't really matter. As long as I don't die, we will still gonna win this match.
Our victory is in sight.
Moskva takes a hit from the Kremlin, but it is still alive. And we can see there are Midway planes coming our way, so we are turning to make the Midway lose some time, to not make it easy for him to score massive hits on us. Moskva goes down, so at this point we just have to wait a little bit. As you can see, besides the flags, yeah, our AA is not doing any damage. So this consumable is pretty much questionable, at least. So you know, we are kind of lucky that the Midway scores only 1 hit, so we are fine, and I think she will not have any more time to send her planes towards us. So yeah, this was a very calculated Moskva game. Not the best damage, as you can see, barely 190k damage, but
anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert.
We tanked 2.2 million potential, which is good in a Moskva, because you are fairly tanky and you are expected to tank a bit. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, because I really enjoyed this game, even if, as I said, this is not the most impressive damage-wise. And this is the win. So these are the final results. As I said, 190k damage almost, 5 kills, 5 citadels, Confederate, Dreadnought and Kraken Unleashed. Musically only 6 planes shot down, because we were left with no AA basically. Almost 2.9k base XP, which is a very good result. Our Caroline did fine in the end, and our Audacious also. So GG to them as well. Damage wise, 97k from HE, sorry, 52 from AP and 40k from fire, so pretty much well spread around. We dealt 95k spotting damage, which is quite a lot in a Moskva, to be honest. And we also tanked 2,200k potential damage, which is okay. We absorbed also almost 100k damage, so these are almost battleship values. And the earnings is not great. As you can see, the Moskva is a very expensive ship to maintain. Almost 300k credits spent for this service. So this will not be your best credit farmer in this current state, at least. But yeah, this is it. So here is our Moskva. We start with the modules, of course. As you can see here, I already switched to Hydra because our defensive A is not that valuable. We use radar, of course, and premium heal, so you don't get to choose too much here. Upgrades, turret survival, because sometimes you happen to lose one of your frontal turrets if you are tanking nose in. Extended radar, and if you don't have this, which is a call upgrade, you should run damage control system modification 1, which gives you a little bit more tankiness. Here I'm running the aiming system modification 1. This is for your AA, which we already said that all AA upgrades are questionable, at least. This is not that valuable on Moskva, since Moskva has already very good turret reverse speed, so go for aiming. Here I choose to have this damage control system modification 2 for a little bit more tankiness, but since the maneuverability of Moskva is pretty garbage, as you can see, turning circle radius 1050 meters, which is enormous, and rudder shift time is not that great. You can go for propulsion or steering gears as you want. Maybe propulsion will be more useful for juking more shells coming towards you. Here, concealment, because you have already a garbage concealment of 14.1 with the full concealment build, so you don't want to lose this. And finally, I'm running the Moskva legendary upgrade, which gives you better dispersion and better firing range at cost of some main battery traverse speed, which is fine. If you don't have the legendary upgrade for Moskva, you can go either main battery modification 3 for better reload, or maybe you can go even for range. Maybe this one, if you don't have the legendary one, is more recommended for some competitive play. I don't know, it is up to you. Captain skills, of course, if you have Kuznetsov, run Kuznetsov because it gives you some unique talents. But I'm not running him on my Moskva. I'm running it on my Kremlin, I think, yeah. So the basic build is fire prevention, adrenaline rush, superintendent, concealment expert. I personally run basics of survivability and demo expert, but you can switch one of these two for fire prevention because you are a very huge ship and you catch fires very easily, so you can have some flexibility here. And finally, expert marksman, but as you can see here, this is to compensate the legendary upgrade that gives you a penalty on this. But if you don't run the legendary upgrade, you can skip this, I think. And finally, expert loader, because as you saw in the match, it is a very useful skill to have because you can switch shell type in like 5 seconds, and yeah, you can citadel incoming cruisers pretty easily. So this was my Moskva commentary, guys. If you like it, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. If you want, check it out, the Twitch link in the description of this video. And as you all know, every kind of support is very much appreciated. So I will see you next time.